Et voilà. Planet Glee, une autre fois. Le jour prochain. National Hungover Day in Ireland. Yes, March 18th, the day after St.patricks. And here we are at the Artist Television Access here in the Mission. And it looks like, as usual, in the window here on Valencia Street, there was to be an art exhibit of sorts. It looks like somebody's painting something there, and in the midst of painting, maybe doing something about painting, using paint. And it says right here, as you can see, can you see it? It says, "Take care, okay?" Yeah, absolutely. And this is where we are at a good old ATA. Been here since the 80s. And yeah. And so Planet Glee is here on Valencia, National Hungover Day in Ireland, the day after the 17th. It's the 18th. And yeah. So here we are. I'm wearing more green today than I was yesterday. But yeah, maybe just take a little stroll. I like this little bit of some sort of like, I don't know, is in the process of something going on there. And so yeah. And because, you know, Planet Glee has 15 minutes more to go in the show. So why don't I just walk down here and plug a few spots. And oh, which reminds me, I ran into a very old friend of mine, someone I knew in the very beginnings of my time here in San Francisco. She is still practicing visual art, and I'm not. Well, I am and I'm not. I'm doing video and music and not painting like I used to. I think it's been about 4 years, 3 or 4 years that I've been not painting. But my friend Dana Smith is still painting and doing quite well in painting. And so I want to plug her website. So hopefully you can see it right here, because we just ran into each other here on Valencia. And I don't live in the Mission, but she does. And here is her website, danadana.com. And she has her Master's in Fine Art from the San Francisco Art Institute. So that's a great school to be doing any kind of art, performance art, fashion, painting, music, sculpture, you name it. Anyway, danadana.com. And when I get back to the studio, I will show you, if you don't have a chance to go to the website, some of Dana's like fantastic paintings. And a lot of them are very conscious paintings. They're like paintings of people that we don't see, or we wouldn't call them necessarily beautiful in a painting, because a lot of them are walking around without shoes and not able to bathe themselves. This is like a serious issue, you know, Planet Glee must address. And I also want to say that I had the pleasure of watching What's Your Right by Count Federico Vardal last night on BAVC.org, BAVC.org, Bay Area Video Coalition. And yeah, he touched on a really, really important topic that isn't being covered by our dear Democracy Now!, unfortunately. And that is what's happening in these countries where there is war. Iraq, Afghanistan, Mexico, an unspoken war at the border. What's going on? And, you know, Count Federico brought up the point, is like when there is mass, what do we want to say, infection of a sort, a different kind of war, a war against climate change and the results of what could happen with climate change and this virus that we're dealing with. And what is going on in these countries where there is war as well? What's happening? So I guess we look to Doctors Without Borders to find out, because they are the ones who are going around the world and attending to people who are not being attended to internally by the government or by who else? Médecins Sans Frontières. Okay, and I think I'm gonna walk a little bit more. There's always I'm walking this way. Probably should be walking the other way because I want to talk also about my friend Kate Rossos. She came on the show on Planet Glee, where her husband Marco. She has 3 bookstores here in San Francisco. One of the bookstores happens to be here on Valencia, but it's that way. So I'm just gonna walk this way instead, just because this is my direction at the moment. And I see that Eire is open. That's good. That's where you can get your vegan and vegetarian meals. And that's across the street, South Indian food from Udupi Palace. It's right there. You can see that. So I guess I'm just plugging a few businesses for free because I like to. I like them. I want to see a D Copper Plus gallery. Never been in there before. Let's see. And then we've got Flor de Café, the King of Lomito Chilean Sandwich Shop. I don't think I've ever eaten here either. It says, "Dear friends, we apologize. We will be back. As we know, we will be back." Yes, and this is a moment in time where businesses have to decide: can we be open? Can we be not open? And UDP made that, and Aslam Soy is open across the street, Pakistani and Indian food. Unfortunately, this hip record store here on Valencia is not open either. And all of a sudden, the light is changing, and there's just so much that one can do here in San Francisco. And at this moment, we're visiting this record store here on Valencia that is closed, but it says here closed for shelter in place, March 17th through March 7th, ? Well, we all hope that by the weekend we'll have a better idea of how things are going. That's just a few days from now, but it's just I saw Drew Barrymore speak on Instagram, one step at a time, and that is very good advice, because as long as you're stepping, as long as you're getting out there, 1 2 3 4 go records. Okay, there it is, and we'll just keep walking. And because we've just got now, how much more to the show here, Jennifer? Well, we're not seeing any birdies like we did last night. We're not seeing any kitties. We're not seeing any doggies at the moment either. Some very beautiful dogs walking today, and that's the good news about people who have animals, especially dogs. The dogs make them have to go outside, and so that's a good thing, because they go and they walk outside. So everybody, you know what? Just make sure that you bring whatever you need to go walk outside, but that when you do, you make sure that you also maybe bring a little bit of extra cash to spend at any of these local food establishments, even if it's just to get a mango lassi for $5 and tip someone. Tip. Even if you don't have any money, the money comes back to you. It does. When it's in many ways, in Ayurveda and Jyotish, Venus, love, karma is surrounds being generous, being loving, and it's so. I just have to say something about some of these people who have a ton of money in the media talking about, oh, love. Well, why don't you give some of your love to the people who've been serving you over the years and making you a rich person via the media? Hello. Yeah, and you know who I mean. And she starts with an O. Anyway, that's just, Planet Glee for you. Because Planet Glee is about love too. It's just that on Planet Glee, we're not rolling in dough. And that is for damn sure. Whoops. I wasn't supposed to say that word, was I? Oh, and this is the last place I wanted to stop in before we say adieu. Salut from Valencia Street and March 18th, National Hungover Day in Eire. And yeah, so we're just gonna stop here at Radio Habana for a moment and just say salut, 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 salut from the mission. And Radio Habana is, of course, Cuban, babies. Yeah. So, et voilà. Nicaragua. Oh, I think I've heard of that place before. Okay. Alors, je suis en route et c'est trop tard pour moi. A birdie. Okay. Salut from Planet Glee. Love, love, love. No war, no war, no war, no war. Give, 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 give.